Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. Ought to be a good one here between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Seattle Mariners. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Felix Hernandez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, here he is, King Felix, also known as the King. Big arm, 5-pitch mix, mid to upper 90s fastball, slider, curve, changeup, and split. Some people think he throws too many pitches. Well, I know one thing. This guy's been a good pitcher for a long time, and he is one of the few aces in the game of baseball.
At the plate, Ian Kinsler. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And a good pitch there, as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
You know, I'm excited to watch Justin Upton right now. This guy is one of 3 American League Silver Sluggers in the outfield. You know how many outfielders there are in the league? A lot. And he walked away with one of the Silver Sluggers. This man can hit.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He brings a big batting average of .367. He's also blasted 7 home runs against him, so that should tell you all you need to know. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Seager. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Here's Justin Upton now. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. Garrett Richards gets the starting nod for the Halos. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, I'm a big fan of Garrett Richards. This guy's stuff is unbelievable. 95 to 97 miles an hour with sink. And sometimes that fastball he throws, it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it sinks, sometimes it cuts. Good, hard, vicious breaking slider, and his changeup has gotten better. The key to Garrett Richards is staying healthy. And if he's healthy and brings his A game, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the bump.
Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Simmons. And a good throw gets him one gone. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Next for Seattle, Gene Segura, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch bang.
Man, not sure if he was trying to send a message early in the game or what, but I sure hope this doesn't carry over to the rest of the game. Sometimes things like this early in the game really sets the tone for problems later, but I hope that's not the case.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a strike.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Here it comes on 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. The 0-1 on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A changeup over the inside corner. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summerskill.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, D-Row. The more...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. We played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Here's Albert now. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He's totaled 13 base hits in 65 ABs. He also has one home run. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Giro, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
And now for the Angels, Zach Cozart. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to short. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Batting second, designated hitter.
Ready now for L.A. Chris Young. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball in for a strike. Well, if you don't know about it already, that's what they call the King's Court here at Safeco Field. It started back in 2011, and ever since then, fans have bought special tickets to sit in that section and cheer on Felix Hernandez when he's on the mound.
Yeah, it sure has, Matt. And what I love most is when these fans start chanting K, 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 K with two strikes on the batter. It's awesome. They love King Felix here, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, he's really meant a lot to this organization and this fan base over the years, so it's great to see them support him in such a cool way. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Cano fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Angels leave one. We'll go to the... Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager.
Leading off for the Mariners, third baseman.
Pitch on the way.
Kyle Seager.
Dribbled to the right side. And that's out number one.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense.
Right fielder.
And guys, we need to seriously focus on the defense behind the dish today. This guy brings gold to the party, the ability to block balls, keep everything in front of him, shut down a running game, and massage his pitcher through 9 innings.
Trout is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
First offering on its way. And that misses for ball 1. His past history with Richards, he's gone 6 for 10. He's taken him deep once. A ball and a strike to Mike Zunino. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More base. So coming to the plate, Andrelton Simmons, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting ninth, catcher Martin Maldonado.
Ready now, Martin Maldonado. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. High and deep to right center. Waiting on it is Henniger. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder, number 8, Justin Upton.
Here's Justin Upton now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way to Upton. Grounded to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 in the inning here for the Angels on a couple of hits. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Halos lead this one 1-0. Leading off the inning, Ben Gamble, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count. Again, another foul ball. Gamble, a native Floridian. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Popped high in the air. Kinsler is there for it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Center fielder, number 9, D. Gordon.
Digging in to try it again, D. Gordon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he gets ahead 0-1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Calhoun has a read on it, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They still trail 1-0. Ready for another chance? Albert Pujols. We begin the top of the fourth.
Number 5, Albert Pujols.
Hernandez gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Popped him up. Motter has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys bringing it pretty good. 97 and 93 is the top recorded speed so far. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Zach Cozart. He reached on a single in his first try. Now here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's Chris Young. As he'll take a look at ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 1-0 delivery. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. Segura for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Angels lead it 1-0. Digging in for his second at bat, Gene Segura is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Gene Segura.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Calhoun giving chase. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And a neck high fastball that time. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Nelson
Riding in
Cruz.
once again, Nelson Cruz. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Right there for strike 1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, You want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Behind 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with this off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Calhoun is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Cole Calhoun.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Gordon is after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Now at the plate, Andrelton Simmons comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. Gamble is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, captain Martin Maldonado.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Martin Maldonado. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at bat. Hit on the ground out to short. Segura has it. Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. So a strong inning there for Felix Hernandez, and his club's keeping it close. It's 1-0. Next for Seattle, Kyle Seager will start things out against Garrett Richards as we get the inning underway.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Slider up that he gets a call on. And now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it more skill and finesse.
On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Digging in now for the Mariners, Mike Zunino. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hit the other way out toward right field. Calhoun has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Leading off for the Angels, second baseman Ian Kinsler.
Hernandez is ready. First pitch on the way. Ground ball left side. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Hey guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and standing in the ever dangerous Mike Trout. As a look, now the pitch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike 3s and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Justin Upton now, as Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Oh and 1, here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
From the stretch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Henniger will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Angels strand 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. A high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-1. Line towards center field. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mariners.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
Taylor Motter steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
2 balls and a strike now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's D. Gordon now, and it's fouled away. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Fastball called for strike 2.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
The next 0-2. This is line to left. Upton comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
Ready for another shot now, Gene Segura. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Gamble, the runner at first with 2 gone. Into the corner and slicing foul. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Runner on first with 2 away. This is in the air out to right. Calhoun coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. No balls and a strike to count. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. The tying run is in to score from second.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a rhythm.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Nelson Cruz is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz. 2 down, runners at first and second. Misses. Ball 2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mariners forced to settle for 1. We're through 6 full, all tied at 1-1. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Digging in and looking for more, Zach Cozart. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Nat. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Hernandez is ready. 0-2 pitch on its way. Little dribbler down the line. Throw is not in time, and a great job of legging that out as now the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Digging in once again, Chris Young. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gordon racing back. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. So a 2-run home run here for Chris Young, and it gives the Angels a 3-1 lead.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Here comes the Seattle skipper on his way to the mound, and his arrival is going to mark the end of the evening now for Felix Hernandez. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Sean Armstrong comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Sean Armstrong. Up next for the Angels,
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as it's grounded sharply to first. Motter moving to his right, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. First pitch on its way. Now the big overhand curveball makes him swing and miss. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. There's Cano in time to first, and there are two away.
Up next for the Angels.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Martin Maldonado. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. And he'll reach over his head to make the play. And a sparkling play it was to end the inning. So the Angels get two, both on this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Halos. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Right fielder, Haniger.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Here now is Mike Zunino. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kinsler's there for it. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They still trail it here 3-1. Digging in and looking for more, Ian Kinsler is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat.
Ian Kinsler.
First offering on its way. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Roy, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Two different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? Two different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Digging in once again, Mike Trout. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. The relay, and Trout will make it around to third base. He's in with a triple.
He gave it all he had out there in right field, but he just couldn't quite catch up to it. I liked the effort with the leap, but once it got down, he was off to the races and into third.
Stepping in now, Justin Upton. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Trout stands at third with one gone in the inning. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now another 1-2. In the air to center field and deep back at the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Justin Upton as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, and that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with a 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest of their closer the rest of the day. 4 runs feels awfully good.
Number 5, Albert.
Here's Albert now. Hit in the air to center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready once again, Zach Cozart. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line hard, but foul. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gamble on the move. And the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's all Angels here, 5-1. Ready for another chance? Ben Gamble. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Cozart waits on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
First baseman, number 21.
Digging in to try it again, Taylor Motter. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. This is line to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out. Here's D. Gordon now, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Just got a piece up the line. That's to first. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Mariners are down in order. They're down here 5-1. James Pazos enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ready to take his hacks again, Chris Young, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And a great start to the 9th as this ought to be extra bases. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now.
He swings and lines it to left.
That's in there. Base hit. And a relay home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Dan, back-to-back pitches, double, then single, ambush tactics.
Boy, I tell you what, they're swinging the bats early. You have a double, then an RBI single to drive them in. Potential for a real big inning here.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. Popped him up. Mutter is under it, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Martin Maldonado. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. He's set. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0. High in the air down the right field line.
Waiting on it is Henniger.
2 gone.
The batter, number 3, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. First pitch coming. Here it is. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 in the. Next for Seattle, Gene Segura. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's another 0-2. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
The 1-2. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Tried to get him to bite on that curveball, but no luck. It'll be interesting to see what he goes with now with the count even at 2-2.
This one's flared off to the right side. Calhoun coming on. He can't get there as it falls in.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-2. He's able to find the knockout there.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Nelson Cruz. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate. 0 for 3. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys that, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point.
Line towards center field. Trout is there. 2 gone.
Third baseman number 15, Kyle Seager.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Popped him up. Cozart in foul ground. Oh, and he misses it. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball,
and he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the first inning through the ninth. Well-deserved complete game victory.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The Angels jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Garrett Richards earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa and the lefty Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Our final